Chicago, AP, Cody Bellinger had his third straight multi-hit game, scored twice and drove in a run as the Chicago Cubs beat the MLB-leading Atlanta Braves 6-4 on Sunday for their sixth straight series win. Dansby Swanson added a double and 2 RBIs against his former team, and Happ drove in a pair of runs, helping the Cubs win for the 15th time in 19 games. Chicago closed to within 1.5 games of first-place Milwaukee in the NL Central. In 23 games since the All-Star break, the surging Cubs have scored 164 runs, the most in the majors. The offense again, man, just relentless at bats, Cubs manager David Ross said. The walks fuel us a little bit, and getting guys on and creating traffic. Stealing a base here or there and putting the pressure on the defense and some timely hitting. All-Star Justin Steele scuffled at times through 5 1/3 innings, and won his 4th straight start on a misty day at Wrigley Field. Mike Tauchman had 2 hits, scored 2 runs and threw out Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate from right field in the 5th to limit an Atlanta rally. The National League is kind of running through the Braves right now, Tauchman said. It's evidence that if we execute the way that we can compete with anybody. Atlanta's Matt Olson hit his NL-leading 39th home run, a monster 453-foot blast to the top of Wrigley's right center bleachers, and finished with 3 RBIs. Ozzie Albies had 3 hits, including a double. Olson and Acuna and each had 2 hits. Olson launched his 3rd homer in 4 games and 6th in 7. He's 2nd in the majors in homers, trailing only the Angels' Shohei Ohtani, who entered Sunday's action with 40. Bellinger is 13 for 31.419. during an 8-game hitting streak and has raised his season batting average to .326 from .271 on June 15 when he returned from a bone bruise on his knee. Steele, 13-3, allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, and 8 hits while striking out 7 and walking 4. Steele was replaced by Michael Fulmer with the bases loaded in the 6th and Chicago ahead 5-3. Fulmer hit Acuna to force in a run, then struck out Albies and Austin Riley to end the rally and preserve a 5-4 lead for Chicago. In total, 4 Chicago relievers allowed just 2 hits, with Adbert Alzolay earning his 14th save. It's a great ball club over there, Steele said of the Cubs. You kind of knew the task at hand. It was just one of those wins and everybody kind of contributed. Charlie Morton, 10-10, lost his 4th straight start, allowing 5 runs and 4 hits with 4 walks and hit batter in 4 1/3 innings. I don't think there's any excuses other than we just didn't play good, Braves manager Brian Snitker said. We ran up against a hot team. They're swinging the bats rally good. Their bullpen has been really good. Olson's 2-run drive in the 3rd put Atlanta ahead. The Cubs tied it at 2 in the bottom half with just 1 hit, when Morton walked 3 and hit a batter. Atlanta took a 3-2 lead in the 5th on Olson's RBI single. Chicago answered with 3 runs in the bottom half, with runs scoring on Happ's single, Bellinger's double and Jeimer Candelario's single. Atlanta cut it to 5-4 in the 6th and chased Steele. Swanson doubled in Bellinger in the 7th to make it 6-4. Cubs move. The Cubs recalled RHP Caleb Killian from AAA Iowa and optioned LHP Anthony K. Manager David Ross said Killian should help fill a gap in Chicago's rotation with RHP Marcus Stroman on the IL, right hip inflammation. The 26-year-old Killian is 7-1 with a 3.97 ERA in 18 games, 17 starts, with Iowa this season. Trainer's room. Cubs. Stroman played catch on Saturday. The right-hander is eligible to return on August 16. Up next, Braves. RHP Spencer Strider, 12-3, 3.61, starts on Monday at Pittsburgh. The Pirates will go with RHP Osvaldo Bido, 2-2, 5.18. Cubs. LHP Drew Smyly, 8-7, 4.71. Takes the mound versus Mets RHP Kodai Senga, 7-6, 3.25, Monday in New York.